A lot of people don't have that, turn it into motivation and have that drive to get out of there. But to me, I was like, it sucks right now, but what am I going to do about it? And how can I get to a better place?
Today's guest, their name, you will have heard it before, you have seen it synonymous with investing in property and amassing a large property portfolio, and someone who's helping other investors on their journey. Eddie Deline, welcome onto the show. How you doing?
Really good, thank you. Thanks so much for having me here. Excited to be here.
Mate, thank you very much for being here. I know you're going to bring the energy and, of course, share your journey. And when you think about your story and where you've come from, and I have read your backstory, mate, something that's coming out from Housing Commission to now. So we're not talking about someone that had that leg up in life, for example. We're talking about starting out, I think you're working at McDonald's, right? So starting out, you'd almost say, look, if you can do it, other people can do it as well, right?
I definitely believe that anyone can do it if they put their mind to it. Going through a lot of hard times and issues, and I don't know, hard to say, harsh word, but say trauma as a child, growing up in a real rough environment where, you know, Housing Commission and just like that real rough area where there was just like, you know, literally lived next door to like addicts and houses were getting burnt down. I grew up in Wilmot in Mount Druitt, which is back in the day, it was like even worse than it is now. I personally use that as like a fire. Like I use that as motivation to be like, I gotta get out of here and I gotta get my kids out of here. It's like, you wanna have kids in the future. I don't wanna bring them up in this environment, and this kind of sucks right now. But like, what can I do about it? You know, a lot of people don't, you know, have that, like turn it into motivation and have that kind of drive to get out of there. But to me, I was like, it sucks right now, but what am I going to do about it? And, you know, how can I get to a better place? If it takes 5-10 years, that's fine. But I figured that out when I was literally like 13, 14. I'm like, this atmosphere sucks. Property investing to me is the best vehicle. You know, there's stocks, there's shares, there's crypto, there's all that other kind of stuff. But like property, as you know, you get the leverage. You can get leverage, right. You get tax deductions. Like the government rewards property investors. You know, that you get your tax deductions when you own an investment property. You don't really get anything when you own your own homes. It helps everyone to, you know, invest in property. Personally, with kids, like the last 3 years has just been a massive like change. Just a lot of trying to juggle work, business, properties, and kids. It's far more difficult than I could have ever imagined. And I said it earlier, but like to me, like raising kids are harder than doing what I've done, you know, building my property portfolio. When I was getting very obsessed and like passionate about property investing, when I was like starting to research a lot about it, read all the books, you know, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and all the property books, etc. Like that's what I was interested in. So like I've been, you know, learning and doing all that kind of stuff, figuring out property investing for like the last 13, 14, 15 years. But like you don't really think 5 years ahead and read a book about how to be a dad. So like it just, like it's not even on the radar. I still am on the grind, but like I miss like being like having that idea of what will happen in the next 5 years? Will I actually make it? Will I actually be able to buy the next property and the next property and the next property? And then you get to the stage where you've like, you know, you can, you know, buy what you want and you can, you know, get the dream house, etc. And you're like, well, what's next? Like, so it satisfies you for a little while and it's good. And it's just, you know, I've listened in the past to a lot of, you know, the Tony Robbins and all that kind of, Anthony Robbins and all that kind of stuff, how it's like progress, no matter what you do, it's like progress is you know, you've got to feel alive, you've got to feel like you're progressing somehow in life.